Hi everyone. Today we're going to continue looking at evidence that makes arguments strong. We did this last week. We looked at relevant evidence, and you learned that relevant evidence is evidence that relates to the claim and proves the point. So you might have had a definition somewhat like this one down here. And then last week you looked at some examples of evidence and you thought, okay, is it relevant or not? And why isn't it if that's the case? So the example that I had for you, the claim was eating too much candy makes you sick. And so we thought about this first piece of evidence. One time my brother ate 60 Kit Kats and nothing happened. Well, that doesn't relate to this claim. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. So is it relevant? No, because it opposes a central claim. This one I like Hershey bars best. It doesn't support what it's saying up here, eating too much candy makes you sick. So is it relevant? No. My sister collected 3 bags of candy yesterday. Well, that does definitely relate to a lot of candy or too much candy. So, it kind of relates to it, but it doesn't prove it. There's no reason that it makes you sick, so there's not quite enough evidence. But this last one is relevant. Yesterday I ate 22 Snickers bars and threw up, so that's awful, but definitely that is a reason why eating too much candy makes you sick. So it does support it and it proves it. It's a yes. It clearly supports the central claim. Here's our answers from last week, from Friday. So our argument question for this one was, should kids get paid to do chores? And the claim we were looking at was the yes side of the argument, the pro side. Kids should get paid to do chores. And now we're looking at this evidence and thinking, is this relevant? Would it go with this claim of yes, kids should get paid to do chores? So the first one, David's friend gets paid to do his chores. Well, that's telling us that he gets paid, but what about it? There's not enough evidence here. It relates to the claim, but it doesn't prove it. There's no reason why David's friend should get paid. Zach bought himself a new phone with the money he saved from doing his chores. Oh, okay. So this one is definitely relevant because not only is it saying that he gets paid to do chores, okay, but it's also giving a reason. He saved his money and he got a new phone. So yes, that is definitely a piece of evidence that is relevant, and it could be used in writing to prove this claim. Chloe wasn't able to do her homework tonight because she had to finish all of her chores. That doesn't even relate to the claim. That's a definite no. Yesterday, my mom gave me $5 for washing the dishes. That's also a no because it's saying that mom is giving this person $5 getting paid for chores, but what about it? It's not proving that they should get paid to do chores. So there's not enough evidence. I mean, you're starting to, but you're not given really a reason. So it's a no. We only had one yes last week in these examples, and it was the second one. Okay, so today, let me get to today's assignment. Here we go. Today we're continuing with evidence that makes arguments strong. And we're going to look at what sufficient evidence is and sound reasoning. 2 more key elements to making a strong argument. So vocab to learn, here we go. Hopefully you've been looking at Quizlet and learning these already. An argument is a statement for or against something, and all arguments have a central claim to them. Okay, what do you believe to be true based on research? And it's very different than an opinion. A claim is not an opinion. Opinion is just your personal thoughts. In an argument, you would need this, a central claim. Okay, not an opinion. All arguments also acknowledge the other side of the claim, and that's called a counter-argument, we learned last week. And acknowledging the other side actually does make your argument stronger, especially if you come back and squash it with what's called a rebuttal. We'll look at rebuttals later, but not today. Okay, and all arguments need this right here to be strong. Okay. We already did relevant evidence, so today we're looking at these 2. Having enough evidence and, sufficient, having enough evidence to prove the claim, but also quotes or facts from research, facts from experts, statistics, Okay, numbers, percents that prove what you're saying. Sound reasoning, does your argument make sense? Is it logical? Okay, so today, if you're already listening to me talk, you're already doing this. Step 2, you're going to watch the ending of the evidence video that you started last week, or you could watch the whole thing again if you want to, just to kind of get your mind into reading arguments. Put your definitions in your own words. Please don't just look them up in the dictionary resource and copy, because the words they don't quite make sense. I want you to have your definitions make sense for you. If you want to use mine above, you're welcome to do that. Okay, here's your work for today. You're going to read the 2 passages below and answer the questions at the end. Here's our argument. You're going to love this one. Should cell phones be used in the classroom? So we've got right here the yes side. Cell phone use in schools can be beneficial. That's the claim for the yes side. There's also a claim for the no side. Cell phones should not be allowed in schools. So here we have the for side, the against side. What you're going to do is you're going to read the 3 reasons in this passage to support the yes side, and read the 3 reasons in this passage to support the no side. And then you're going to think, which argument do I feel presents sufficient evidence to prove the claim? Write down the claim that you feel has sufficient evidence, either this one, the yes, or the no side. And then highlight 2 pieces of very strong, relevant evidence from the passage that you chose. So if you chose the yes side to be the one with the most sufficient evidence, highlight 2 pieces of evidence that are very relevant and give a lot of support to this claim. Or if you chose the no side, same, highlight 2 pieces of evidence that support that claim. Last question, explain how the passage you chose has sound reasoning. Okay, so this is one of your, a key element to a strong argument. Okay, sound reasoning. If you can't remember what it is, scroll back up, get to your definitions and find out, okay? Because that definition is going to help you answer this question. Explain how the passage you chose has sound reasoning. So passage 2, with the central claim of cell phones should not be allowed in schools, has sound reasoning. I feel it has sound reasoning because, and then give a couple reasons, okay? And that is it for today. Please go on to Quizlet and practice these up here, these vocab words. Okay, we will be having an interim assignment that will be scored on Synergy this week. All right, good luck everyone, and I will talk to you maybe today on my Zoom room, or tomorrow you'll hear from me again. Bye.